Hello, everyone, and welcome to the American Ricci Mahjong League here on All Star Tuesday. If you're not watching the baseball game, hopefully you're here. Hopefully you're here watching us here with our matches this evening. I am Edwin, founder of ARML, and my co-host today will be Stanley. And he's stepped out for a second, but he'll be back shortly. Actually, he's right back here. Stanley, say hi to the people.
Hi, everyone.
So tonight we've actually had some matches starting as early as about 2.5 hours ago, but for our stream here, we're going to be catching a A2 matchup here with Aldwin, Jonathan, Aaron, and Harrison. Looks like here that actually Jonathan is going to be our first dealer, followed by Aldwin, and then Aaron, and then Harrison.
And then Mr. B won.
Wait. No, this is A2.
No, this is a joke. He was V1.
Oh.
He was like top of V1 for until the last session, basically.
Yeah. I was at that table. We all helped him like move down to the second spot.
Yeah. Either way, we should be starting really soon.
Yep, should be an interesting matchup. Aaron has actually moved down from A1, and Aldwin and Harrison both moved up, or were like the top two players in B1 promoting to A2. So
yep,
we have a mix of players here for our matchup here in the A2 league.
Yeah, so Aldwin mostly just coming back to A2. Oh, starting with a DC from Harrison.
Oh no. And he's got two Dora. Hopefully he'll get back soon.
Hopefully.
Luckily for him, nobody else has Dora.
He's back.
So.
He's back. Good manners from our dealer to just drag out the timer.
Yeah, we take
as much as possible.
Seconds.
Yeah, take your full 5 seconds every time. And because I was just saying, as a mechanic, at the first draw or as the first dealer, like when you get your high pie, you have like an additional 5 extra seconds. So you get 10 seconds in the beginning or something like that. But either way, that's a really fast pawn. With Yakuhai Dora 2 from Harrison, Mr. DC. I don't know if anyone's going to draw Potsu at the current moment. Might ride it out a bit longer because it's a bit late to draw Dora unless you can push your hand quite well. The only one who could probably push is dealer with double tone if that gets called, and if they feel like it's worth fighting for. But Harrison,
Jonathan will probably push their hand as much as possible. I would imagine the pawn be there because the 6-0 is a central tile. So I can imagine them going for like a toy or some sort, or just a double Yakuhai. But looks like Aldwin's got his Tenpai.
Ricci on 3 side 3691.
Oh no!
And Aaron's just gonna push and just deal to thankfully just a 39 here.
And that was probably might have been the cheaper of all the hands if a dealer had decided to go for toy. But as it stands, Aldwin with a quick start here. Now dealer. The hand shape's okay. You just filled another Mensu there, so now probably just looking for something probably Tanya-ish. Actually, now Ishan 10. So I'm not sure anybody else is going to be able to catch up here. Even though Harrison's called twice, they're still actually a ways away from finishing their hand.
Yeah, I mean, overall, Aldwin still has a pretty good advantage, in my opinion, just because of how good this Ishan 10 is. Basically, if you call, it's a free 1,000, but it's really what he values to or 1,500 here as dealer. But
oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, Ricci, I guess.
Yeah, 2-pin 2. So or 2-pin 2-1. I mean, they are edge tiles, so I don't have a ball. Oh no!
Oh no!
Mr.
Ipotsu. This one's expensive though.
But as dealer now, that's 7,700, and so Aldwin really had to a big start here. has the Dora, but it's just hanging out by itself, doesn't have a Yakuhai, so it might take a little bit more time this time around. And that might actually give somebody like Aaron there, who has the pair of Easts, a chance to shut Aldwin down. Now, Jonathan on the left has 2 Dora, but looks like they got a couple of Kanchan ways that they have to deal with.
Aldwin getting a really crucial North Honko. Either way, your hand was going to be Reachy pretty much no matter what. So Aldwin's going to probably take some time before he drops the East actually here, because he has better Yakuhai to drop first. And overall, his shapes are actually, like, it looks bad, but it's actually quite easily upgradable with, like, floater 5s, 7s. And probably the most, like, crucial part is how he's going to fix his 4-6-8-8 shape. If he draws, like, another, like, Onko of 8s, then, like, he's actually really up good. But it's just whether he can catch up in terms of speed with other people's hands. But he's gonna Kusuki the Dora here.
Yeah,
but that's gonna give... Sorry, that's gonna give the Honitsu to Aaron.
Right. Aaron's actually been able to draw the Honitsu pretty quickly here, and so with that east call, it's basically all systems go for that. On the left, Jonathan managed to get rid of some of the Kanchan issues, but if they want to catch up, chances are they'll probably have to call and get rid of the 2-1 mons here if they want to actually try to beat out the other 2 here at this point.
This 8-mon here is somewhat of an indicator that this is a Tenpai, or it should be close to a Tenpai for Aaron. But since you cheat for a 5-mon on a 6-7, you might actually be somewhat skeptical of if that's actually even a Tenpai or not. Thankfully, Aldwin here can kind of push to 8-8-9. I mean, he can still push 8-8-9 here, but probably he's going to fold with triple Norse now.
Yeah,
or
Jonathan
go has first. Yeah.
Jonathan has the Rishi with the Shanpon 1-mon's 7-pin, which is the Dora. So maybe he's looking for the 1-mon, but with the Honitsu on the other side. Oh, it is 6-pin Sanchan. You're right. Sorry, my bad.
Rishi, Peiko, Dora. But eventually, I mean, dealer's out, so the only one pushing right now is this kind of Toynbin and Aaron. It's currently on a 1-2 mon, and Toyman is just pushing everything. So, but that's not stopping. I mean, 6-0 first probably before anything else.
I mean, Harrison's actually thinking about this, so
I think it should be 6-0 first.
Wow!
Oh!
Amazing! That is an amazing call, and the 2-mon deals it instead.
Harrison's giving himself the pat on the back for this one.
Yeah, I was a little surprised there. Actually, there was a huge pause on that 6-pin. It's like, wow, he's actually thinking about it, and does manage to avoid the deal-in and save himself some points.
Yeah, well, technically 6-9 wasn't cleared at all, and 7 was near 7-pin Dora. Harrison's the hugest abuser of Dora theory, so.
I mean, the bigger thing was that the reason why I was wondering about that was because the person Jonathan Hurichi had discarded 3-pin, 9-pin on turn 5 and 6, and so 6-pin technically was Nakasuji, but he must have seen something.
Oh yeah, 9-pin was out.
Yeah,
good catch though, because 6-8. I mean, just a 5-7-pin Ricci would just be pretty normal, anyways. Just being using Dora. So either way, he probably just also assessed that his hand was only worth 2,000 and wasn't worth pushing. And either way, he saved himself quite a good. I mean, he saved himself 8,000 points there.
Yep, Ricci, Peiko, Dora, and if it hits any double Uradora, and that's 12k. So,
which actually surprises me that Jonathan actually reached that, because that actually seems more of a Dama hand, since that was a clear Honitsu push. But I guess the argument is like you want to punish the Honitsu, but you can also get punished by the Honitsu. So it's a two-way street in that type of situation. But unexpected people would push 6-pin more likely against the Honitsu, because they'll feel like it's safe, so you can have a chance to Dama out and just sneak out a pretty good like 5200 win. But
Yep.
Aaron is now potentially looking for an Itsu as well, a 456 Sanshoku. So he's actually just looking for everything. You can also go Tanya too if you. But this is quite a. I don't think he'll get off the 8-9 pin shape ever. So it's just a matter of if he draws a 2-pin, he'll probably drop 3-pin and then just go headless Ishan 10.
He could have actually called the 2-pin right there, but I guess that gives away the Itsu maybe. But at the same time, if you're looking to your left though, like, you know, that 8-mon was just the first Manzu discarded by Aldwin. You might have figured he was going for a Manzu Honitsu, and therefore would have discarded any Pinzu that came along his way.
Probably the biggest worry for Aaron is that he didn't actually go like progress in any type of Shanten at all if you take that Chi. So, but that's the winning tile there. Just for reference, Aldwin is on 4-7 right now.
Yep, manages to find a Tenpai just for 1,000, but with the lead, doesn't really matter.
Oh, and Aaron did pick the smart Nakatsuchi there, just so he doesn't get baited by the 4. Does identify that is most likely a Tenpai, but it will be John who deals in here, but only for a 1,300.
Yep. Did manage to stay off for a turn when they originally had drawn the 4-mon, but couldn't get away from it on the second go around.
I thought Aaron played that hand quite well, actually. Just not going for not forcing the Itsu there, and just being okay with, like, you know, you're not like really happy, but you know, being willing to take the technically the non-confirmed Sanshoku it's kind of okay, but currently the door is 9 so, and Jonathan has dropped 2 of them in an unfortunate series of Sumugiri. And this here looks like a Honitsu Chinitsu Force, maybe, but can still be Tanya with Pinfu. But Harrison's probably just angry if I say anything like that. But I mean, he feels too Tanchan here. Oh, he's actually looking for. It's actually Tanya plus probably Tanya Pinfu here.
Yeah, so that means he'll probably pitch the Dora, which, I mean, I guess might be the priority for him is just a continued dealership. I thought he might actually go for the Chinitsu, given the fact that Aldwin had got off to a fast start, but looks like he's definitely exercising some restraint here and just trying to get a hand that will complete. Yeah, that should be called.
He's clearly, so he's figured out the hands of everyone else is not too expensive. So he's more willing to push, especially because someone else might just decide to go fast too, because they themselves think that hands don't have that much value. Meanwhile, while everything's happening for a dealer, Jonathan here is like hedging a Chanta.
And Aaron just got Tenpai. Didn't get the right side of that weight. Drew the 8-mon instead of the 5. Could have had Richi, Yakuhai, Sanshoku, but drew the 8. So now this is just Richi only, waiting on just the 6-0.
Okay. And yeah, Harrison taking Tenpai, also breaking Epot, so 7 isn't as bad if you deal into Richi Suji tile. I mean, Richi Suji is pretty fake, and most people know it. Oh, 7-pin Skinbitsu, so you don't have to worry about that one. And Harrison's currently on 4-7. It's actually being a lot held right now, so... Ooh, does he want to? No. You can't do it. But, he might just be considering a bail here, eventually. But he's considering the 6.
Oh! I'm surprised Jonathan didn't take the Otozuke Tenpai there. Calling 6, discarding the 2, but I guess he might have been worried.
This would be 1,000 or 1,500 for 500 all. Oh, but this hand's a banger.
Yeah, so Harrison manages to get out of that situation with the Richi with 1,500, keeps the second place, and now has a better hand to try to increase his lead and catch up to Aldwin.
Most likely considering what to go here. Probably it's like why there's a long delay. It's not actually quite obvious what you should do exactly here. Unfortunately 2-pin, but that's not something you should ever worry about. That's just like like you don't worry about this hindsight things, but you have a concrete plan when you come into this hand. What do you do? He's probably hedging towards a Yakuhai Dora. It's most likely.
It's either the Yakuhai Dora, but he can still go for like a Yakuhai Honitsu or something like that.
I was gonna say if you draw a North, then you just drop 6/6 and it's Yakuhai Honitsu with Dora for 12,000. But he's probably gonna take Ishanter on the Rankan Ramen. But if he gets Tenpai on the 6 or the 9, so he's most likely dropping 1, just because you can still upgrade from there on. But we'll have to see because everyone's hands is.
This is okay. So now draws the 5, so which doesn't actually put him Tenpai, but did put a question to him, and so he will now go for the Honitsu.
I think this actually was a quite no-brainer to drop 6/6 because you still need to get Tenpai on the same tiles, basically, and he's definitely gonna drop away from the 6/6 just in time for the 6/9 Danmendichi. This will be Sanshoku on 9 Mon. There's 2 walls still, and there's 1 wall for the 6 Mon, so it's 3 wall currently. It's gonna be a chase currently.
Now, also everybody's Tenpai here,
except for Kyocross.
There's the 2, so there's the 12,000. So Harrison getting a couple of breaks there with some of the tiles that were proven to be safe and to continue pushing the hand. And unfortunately for Aaron, having called Ricci to try to chase everybody else, ends up paying in. So Harrison now with the lead, East 4.
I would like to say that Aaron probably knew what he was signing up for when he did slam the Ricci, because I mean that was clearly a Honitsu showing for Harrison. So I mean, when you Ricci, you're probably you are prepared to fight 12,000 minimum basically against that like Honitsu Ricci, or not Honitsu Ricci, but dealer Honitsu with on the door
suit. Yep.
Yeah. Stumbling on my words.
Now Harrison's sitting Ishan 10 here, but it's got a Penshan and Kanchan weight, so would definitely like to upgrade on those. Does have the Dora, so that does certainly helps. Aaron will probably try to get some points back here, at least with the Yakuhai and a Dora. Not a lot per se, but at least start your way back to try to get back close to 30,000.
Yeah, overall, everyone's hand is somewhat slow. Probably the fastest one is Aldwin, who's technically an Ishan 10 right now if he draws the Doraemon for Tenpai. But yeah, just draw Dora, right? It's not that hard. Otherwise, that Haas is probably waiting to get pawned. If it's late enough, there's a chance that they won't even take the pawn and just Ricci. But it's probably a pawn here.
Yep, Yakuhai Dora 1 for 2,600.
So the 7 mods are Mochi Mochi right now, and it won't be Mochi Mochi soon because Aldwin's probably gonna drop away from it when he gets Tenpai, like right here.
Yeah, Aaron would probably
but there's a chance. Okay, no.
Yeah,
which is fine. It's only 2,000. You don't really care. If you would have paid more in Tenpai payments maybe. So
actually already in South Round here, Jonathan with Final Dealership here does have the Yakuhai, but that's pretty much it.
I mean, he does draw an Onko. This is somewhat good because now you are flexible in what you can do. I don't know why it was east before south, but I guess because east is 1 cut. But otherwise, the hand shapes are not that great, and it's gonna take some time before dealer Jonathan gets anything. Probably
and Aldwin's already Ishan 10 here.
Yeah, Aldwin with he's just always somehow really quick to Tenpai.
Actually, this could be bad because this could be Tanya Sanshoku for Aldwin here.
Yeah, it's Tanya Sanshoku. It's not good. I mean, he could just cheat too. It's not like he can't call. If he gets this Dama, this is gonna be really bad.
see, looking also around the table here, Aaron's actually also sitting Ishanten himself, and the weights are actually pretty good. Or it's pretty wide for him to get to Tenpai, but unfortunately, it's not really going to be worth anything here.
Aldwin actually dropped away from his Sanshoku here to get the confirmed Ipeiko instead.
Yeah.
Most likely, if you draw 7, then you're willing to drop 8 pin because they'll just be Tanpin Ipeiko.
I guess the Hail Mary here is that he draws Dora and then gets rid of that Kanchan weight on the 6-8.
Yeah, which is exactly the same issue that Aldwin actually has right now. He actually draws away from the Ipeiko, which I personally do like, is because if you draw the 5 mod, you can now shift away from your Sanshoku.
Oh, that's I was talking about Aldwin in that case.
Oh, I thought it was about Dealer because he had the exact same shape.
Well,
right here.
What? Aldwin draws the 5.
Oh, so I think Aldwin actually might contest this.
She should if he manages
because
to get
7 pin is if you get the 7 or the 4, you should contest this. Because it's basic. Well, if you get the 7, you're definitely contesting because it's a 0 chance. And technically Tonki Hellweight 8 pin Tonki. Yay. Oh, that's gonna be pawn. Yeah, he's gonna drop the 8 pin temporarily because it's pretty good 1 chance. 4 pin 4 cell actually doesn't look too bad, but he doesn't really want to drop 2 either, so he might just be bailing. He just might bail off here. But yeah, he will bail off temporarily with the 3s. It's Sushi to 6 pin. And Dealer is Ishanten now. Oh, is he gonna
for them at this point because there might have been a possibility to drop the 6-8 mon, but looks like that 7 mon will probably end up being their final weight here.
Yeah, unless you somehow just draw perfectly into Tenpai. And yeah, this is just 6 mon, so there's technically 1 left. Dealer did just drop. Oh, well, not Dealer, Toyman, but I'm surprised that wasn't a cheat from Harrison. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because you're still so far back, Shanten.
Yeah, and it's already at the end of the hand.
Yeah, I'm cut that, scrap that. I was like, I thought he was Ishanten, and then I forgot he had to fill. He's 2 Shanten and to fill 1 more shapes. But anyways, Q with a starting hand. Technically 5 Shanten, but your shapes are actually really good despite of how bad your Shanten is, because you just need to get rid of a bunch of useless tiles, but your shapes are already really good. And you have Dora Acceptance, and your shapes are just getting better now. And he has 3, 4, 5 Sanshoku chance, or 4, or he can shift to the 4, 5, 6 later, maybe.
I was all looking there, and it looked like Aaron had some. Was it Aaron?
CS Blue?
Oh no, it was. Oh, sorry, Harrison. Sorry, we had to switch the perspective here, but Harrison's got 2 Dora, just filled up their Ryoncon weight, and is sitting Ishanten.
He's quite good at position-wise right now, but Aldwin has just confirmed his shape of his hand, so he's just gonna hold 2 Yakuhai here, just for safe tiles. So I'm just gonna say Toyman here is technically might take a Shabu. I mean, do you take a Shabu Richi if you might take a Shabu Richi if you I guess you don't have to anymore.
You don't have to. No, you're still gonna take it because you want to keep both Dora, I would assume, right?
Oh, but that's 369. That's a 369 Richi. 369 looks really good on the board. So
would you drop Dora against Dealer Ricci though?
I mean, you can just you can.
It's
not gonna take the Shabo, but it's gonna be Rishi Patsubo with Dora. Probably like, flip 1. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, with it not being Pinfu, it's 12,000. So Alden retakes the lead here in South 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna suck for Harrison if he draws the 1 pin instead of the 4, because he won't be able to Dama that. But
well, he did draw the 1 pin,
so you can't even reach it in the first place.
Harrison did draw the one and was actually Tenpai and did decide to Dama the right hand.
The consideration is probably you can still draw into the 7-pin and then just build Jamin from there or Conchon from there and just Ricci from that. But overall, I mean, I respect not reaching that. Oh, he's drawn an Onko of 4 5-thos. Great. I like the fact that he's also not conning too, because he wants everyone to like, oh, I have the 6-7 or I'm like 4-6. And then but in reality they're just holding on to like this useless floater that can't be used right now. But he's gonna con right here. He's gonna create the new door, which is 9-so, which is 2 discarded already.
Yeah, not useful for anybody.
Not useful for if anyone but Aaron here on our right.
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, it's either. It looks like this is just going to be a call and go here, really, because Tanyao 2 Dora, maybe Tanyao 3 Dora. So
he called.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily surprised by that. It would be. I'd like to have the Dora, but at this point, especially with 2 of the 9s gone, like yeah, you could get another 9, but then you can't. Then you're just having to just draw tiles because you can't call it, and you're sitting with 2 Dora. So I don't necessarily blame him for this. And I think the 8-so is probably going to be pretty loose, even if there's only one left.
I was surprised he didn't drop 7 8-so in that situation, because you would still be relatively same Shantan. And then you'd also be able to use 9-so on like Richie, or you just be Penfu Dora 3. Penfu Dora 3 is pretty good, right? So I was surprised that he took the double pawn. He's gonna be Shabo on 2-pin 8-so. 2-pin is like not coming out. So 8-so is also indicator, which is also one reason why I'm surprised he decided to elect this route, because you're essentially waiting on an 8-so that may or may not even be alive. Like in terms of
like I was saying, it's also like I'm saying though, it seems like it's the 8-so would be pretty loose out of anybody else's hand though. So I don't think it matters if he draws it or not. It's just that somebody else draws it, they'll probably deal in. That's what I was trying to get at earlier.
Okay, yeah.
So, he may not get the Dora. But
well, 8-so is technically a 0 chance now. But it's gonna be a sumo on the Honitsu. Honitsu Itsu for 5,200. So Aaron unfortunately does not get his 8-so sneaky win, but he will be dealer now. It's relatively equal, so he might just go for a cheap win here if he gets the opportunity to. Mostly if he just draws the 4-pin, but he might just force Chinitsu here if he draws like 3 more perfect tiles. But we'll just have to see, because it's just whether Alduin actually wants to feed him pin tiles in general. So he will slightly punished on the tune, which I'm confused why he didn't just drop 1-so for. But either ways, I think his plan is to cut everything. So we'll just have to see. But
I guess is that they weren't actually looking at a Chinitsu here. They're just trying to look at continuing dealership. But realistically, like you're probably, if you're not going to call for a hand, this is probably just Ricci only. So if that's the case, and you want to continue your dealership sitting in third, 500 points away from fourth, you probably want to increase your chances of winning the hand by being able to call. So
Harrison's paired up Dora. He initially was probably going to go Honitsu, but now he's probably just going to Otozuke on. Oh, he's not going to Otozuke on Non. He's just going to.
Well, I mean, it is going to be Honitsu. It's going to be double Yakuhai Honitsu for 8,000.
Yeah, I was saying he might not drop Dora here because it's same value, but now he doesn't have to wait for the Otozuke. He just go Bakuhon. He will be Tenpai now on 6-mon South Shabo.
Yeah, the only problem is that you do have to pin him on the Honitsu, and a discard of a South wouldn't be that smart necessarily, because of the fact that, like, well, if for some reason they do happen to have the double south or the double south there, then it is going to be 8,000 regardless. So I think the only person that would discard at this point would be Aldwin, who's declared Ricci, waiting on the 2/5 mon.
Yeah, so 2 is dead.
The 5
is 2 wall. Good
luck.
Yeah,
it's very thin here. Can Harrison switch?
But Harrison probably doesn't actually have an incentive to switch here. He's just straight up gonna bail here. And it's gonna be Tenpai here. For
you could have discarded the south even if you wanted to just be aggressive, right?
Wait, this is Tenpai for Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, he's waiting on just but he's furry 10. He's furry 10 because he's already discarded the 1, waiting for the 4.
Yeah, I mean, this is 2, 5, 8, but the 8s actually are just dead. The 2s are still 3 wall, thankfully, and then the 5s are
wait for who are you talking about here?
The Toyman 258 258 3-sided Rishi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he has most likely the chance to win. Oh, pawn.
Oh, now discard.
Why?
It doesn't really hurt Harrison that much, but I mean, you had avoided discarding the Manzu earlier when you had drawn some around there, and then you go back to discard it. I'm wondering why he wasn't. I'm wondering why he didn't discard. I think he might.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just misclicked, honestly, because he had 2 safe tiles because you pulled, right? So you could have just bailed 2 tiles. Meanwhile, Harrison.
I don't think Harrison minded as much, just given the fact that like the gap between him and third place is so much that probably could afford a smaller-ish deal in.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Harrison's hand's slow, but Aaron is forcing his Horitsu here, most likely for 3,900. I don't see how that becomes 52.
It's basically just to put some space between him and Jonathan, since Jonathan's last dealer. To try to get some space to hold on to third place, I would assume.
Yeah, this is technically Tenpai on 4-7 mon, so if we do have to, he might just be securing dirt here. He's probably gonna deal in right here, actually. Or 5 so cut first, so he's gonna draw 5-8 most likely, and then we'll see how he progresses his hand from. Well, 4-7's not dealing in, I can tell you that.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was really good that he cut away from this 5-8. And it's gonna be Ricci on Sanso.
Each.
Oh no. Well, everyone should be. I mean, Aaron should be pushing. Harrison and Q are probably folding here.
There's no reason for either of them to be contesting here.
Until the 4-set becomes Cobade right here, and then 3-set becomes safe. Harrison's probably gonna drop it soon.
Well, assuming they get Tenpai, but I mean, it all depends as well, because he could just.
He's gonna just
could discard the 1-pin Hatsu and just keep that 3, but doesn't matter here.
Is 1-pin safe? I don't think so. But either way, good job for Q. Big sumos. Just he pots like 3 times. It's okay. I mean, he's just a definition of just win. And then
Q ends up keeping up the tempo from last season. Actually, both him and Harrison with the first and second here.
Yeah. So yeah, Q with a first place, huge win for 37.0. Harrison will take a he'll take the 12.7. Good for him to start off your session. Aaron will be minus 17.4, thankfully not dropping the last. And Jonathan will be unfortunately last with minus 32.3. And just a heads up, thank you, Dustin or QETC, for rating. And we will be loading into the second game quite shortly. Let's stay.
There looks like we should be starting here in about a minute.
In like a minute or two. So Oh, either way, I mean, dude, Aldwin was just farming those epots. Epots.
Yeah, there really there isn't much you can do in that situation if somebody's just managing to hit everything. In that case, you just kind of want to stay out of their way and just do whatever you can outside of it. Like there's not, I mean, you can't really do anything about the whole ipot sumo. You can't stop them from doing that.
I mean, yeah, you can't stop the pot sumo, but you can definitely stop the pot frogs, which was quite unfortunate because I think everyone really actually had a hand to challenge with, but it's
At some
just
point in
that,
time.
yeah. I mean, the one as dealer was maybe a bit more sus because I mean, just pushing against dealer, Epot's turn is quite sus. Which we'll now load into our game. Dealer has double east and pretty okay shapes. Aaron will be our Shibucha now in South. He also has Yakuai of his own, and he probably most likely will open up. He could potentially look for a Honitsu temporarily after he probably just cuts the one mod to so and see how many pins he has from there. Toyman also Harrison also has Yakuai, his own Yakuai of West, and Q or Aldwin in North probably has Richie Pinfu with Door 2.
Rishi Pinfu, there's possible Sanshoku opportunities here, depending upon how things sift out. But like you mentioned, has two Doras, so would like to try to convert this.
I mean, yeah, his head. Oh, Forzo might come out right here eventually, which is gonna help Aldwin because he's most likely gonna call on the Forzo because that guarantees him. Oh yeah, so there should be a Chi here. Yeah, I was gonna say this is gonna. It was gonna be Tonpin or just Tondoradora. Oh, it's gonna be wrong. Guess it doesn't matter. But if everything did work out for Q, I mean that was probably much a smart play to just secure Tanya and then have win 3900. But it's gonna be a cheap win from Harrison, 1000. He didn't really see a way where he could upgrade his hand, so he just went quick and fast and just shut everyone's hand down. Dealer Aaron here with one Dora and a bunch of pairs. To be fair, it looks like Cheetoy, but I don't think it actually is. Not anymore too, because you pair up the 6 with the 4/5. But everyone else actually has a somewhat slow hand, especially Aldwin
I don't know
across the
about
street.
Aldwin. Aldwin's got the
I mean,
a
it's
chance for
still
Honitsu.
pretty slow. I mean, you still have the first 5 tiles. Technically, it's not that great.
Yeah, but I mean, he can at least start calling for it if he wants to. So it's not.
Yeah.
He can at least get some help along the way if he so desires.
Wow, Aaron opened up on this. I mean, that's pretty typical Aaron. So I can't. Oh wow, that's gonna be a Dora push from Jonathan. And it's gonna be followed by another Dora. So
that's interesting. I'm not sure that like you could discard like 5 so there, couldn't you, for instance? And at
yeah,
least
he
hold on to the
could.
Dora? Because otherwise you're sitting on Shanpon weights here, right? So
yeah, and your hand is cheap. You can go 5 so too, because if you draw into Sanshoku, you can be 2, 3, 4s Ton Sanshoku Dora. Right? So I'm quite confused why it was not 5 so. But
here, like Aaron could have. I mean, again, this is just more of like a preference, but had drawn the pair of 6 or 6 mon. I guess they still want to call with the 8 possibly. Otherwise, you could have discarded the 2 8s as well. But
yeah. Or you could just drop 1 5 and then have the 2 4 5 shape. So if you draw a 6, you can just drop 2 later. But I guess it doesn't look very good against the Honitsu. But we'll just have to see. This is I believe Tenpai. It's gonna be probably Rishi on the Konchan. It's one left. Yeah. I don't know if Q is willing to push the 22. Maybe he will be because he's just drawn another.
I mean, Q will go
that's
for
dealing in
Chinitsu.
though.
Yeah, that's gonna deal in.
That's dealing in. Oh, wow.
So did want the quick hand, but not that badly.
Yeah. Ooh, he That's a Chinitsu Ishanten now.
Yep.
On
those extra honors were allowed him to continue on with the hand. The 6-pin might be a stick in the side for him, but we'll see if I think if they get Tenpai, there's probably not much you're gonna do. You're just gonna go for it.
Dream on.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna push though. Oh, he's not. He's just gonna fold.
I suppose you could have made an argument with the 2 and Formon being discarded. Perhaps Q didn't actually see the Formon that was called by Aaron.
No, I think he definitely saw, but he just thinks it's not worth it because, I mean, Mentonpin plus 1 Dora or 1 Ura. Yeah.
Yeah. Ironically enough, with the Chinitsu possibility that Aldwin had no Dora, so.
Yeah, like you yourself should be the one with Dora, but you're the one sadly with 0 Dora, so it's actually a really high chance. Oh, that's Tenpai. I think yes. It's
Yeah,
8. Most likely we'll drop. Okay, we'll drop the 5-pin, which is wasn't not even cleared yet, so that's just a push.
Yeah, well, it just wanted to fight for the Tenpai. 5-pin wasn't necessarily safe, but I think might have thought that the 8-so was more dangerous.
Well, because funny enough, Harrison actually had the Dora, so it was at most Richie pin through plus 1 Dora in that hand. So he actually had the more educated push, like funny enough, because he had access to Dora information, while yeah, obviously other people don't because Dora's in. Oh, he's gonna pair up Dora too while we're talking about Dora. This is gonna be a quickie. He's gonna.
Oh my god!
What the? Well, I mean, this is.
I mean, this is self-explanatory. We don't even need to be here to call this.
All right, let's just stop talking about this guy's hand. I'm done. All right, great hand, everyone else. Slow stuff. Yeah. I mean, he's gonna push to 5.
Aldwin might actually be able to compete here, in terms of finishing the hand, but
yeah. Oh, I mean, Harrison's gonna drop to 8 eventually, so like probably soon. But we'll see.
Well, Jonathan gets Tenpai.
Yeah, it's gonna be Tenpai. I mean,
just on the 7-mon.
Yeah, there should be no reason for Harrison to fold here. But he just have to be smart about how he pushes.
If Harrison pushes that 8-mon, there's a possibility that Aldwin deals in.
I mean, he's gonna eventually push it, but we'll
Aldwin's not
gonna take it because he's just gonna fold here.
But never mind. There's a 7-mon
gonna reach Potsuma. Alright, just get good, right?
Didn't matter. None of it mattered. So we're in East 4. Aldwin is dealer, actually sitting in 3rd place, but it's not that bad of a third at 27-4.
Yeah.
Hand's a bit slow, though.
I mean, no one has really dealt in here. It's just been all Sumas. And everyone's been bailing quite well, actually. No one has been, quote-unquote, YOLO pushing. So it really just
getting
depends
himself to like a callable hand to try just to get, win 1,500, continue dealership.
We'll see, because I think this just might be Richinomi.
Harrison managed to fill in that Kanchan weight with a 7-so. Is technically sitting Ishanten. There is a possible shift towards a Sanshoku available, but we'll probably just take the Tenpai if they get it.
Alright, listen up. 9 so, and then 1 mon, and then drop 6 so, and then do a bunch of things, and then get Junchan Sanshoku.
They'll definitely get. It looks like they definitely possibility for Sanshoku here, because now the 789 Monarch and 789 Pin are confirmed. It's just the Sozu side that's kind of still in flux here.
Yeah. Kia's gonna pair up, or Aldwin's gonna uncle up the north, but he's gonna probably bail with them now.
And we've been paying attention to the wrong hands apparently because both Jonathan and Aaron had declared Ricci. Jonathan's waiting for the 4-7 so, and Aaron's got the 1-4 so.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the 1.
This E-Pots.
No, so it's only 3,900, but it actually brings everybody not much closer together.
I was gonna say there's Aaron elected to take the Oikake Ricci instead of waiting on Genbutsu Onso. Would have wronged, but he just knew he was gonna eat pots instead, so that's why he clicked Ricci. Meanwhile, Aldwin is going some Chi-Toy stuff.
It's either Chi-Toy or maybe some Toy, depending on what he gets here.
Yeah.
Jonathan does call the 1-1 for the 1-2-3, so he's looking at least a Chanta, maybe a Yakuhai, or Chantadora, maybe Yakuhai Chantadora at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely gonna...
Yeah, because you can't really get... Well, you could actually go for Chanta Sanshoku Dora as well.
Probably not anymore. Chanta and Yakuhai are same value. So... I mean... Pairs up Dora, I guess you just drop 8-9. Or, I mean, drop 1 so temporarily, drop 8-9. If you just pair up a bunch of them, then you'll have Chanta, Haku, Dora, but probably should take that. I mean, you are Tenpai now.
You've already called with the 1-1, so like calling the Norths isn't out of the ordinary.
And I mean, you can always pair up the Haku on your own, or as in like you can just call it and then just go Tonki on 1 pin, which is hell weight, but it's gonna be Ricci. 4-7, so 4s are dead, 7s are 2-wall.
Holding onto that Dora there.
Well, I mean, I guess Aaron's gonna push for a bit because, I mean, it's typical Aaron, or not Aaron, sorry, Jonathan. I mean, I knew Aaron was gonna push. But that Chi's gonna save him from dealing into dealer here. So we'll be 2,900 straight over.
And now sitting with double Yakuhai, or starting with Yakuhai South plus 2 Dora.
Yeah.
You throw in a Honitsu there and...
Pawn. 2 pin. Nice. Yeah. I think he'll just drop Yakuhai here. I don't think it should be a force because of just about the insane amount of value that you have here. But
well, I don't think it's that big of a stretch to force it. Like you can even get rid of this 1-so here because it doesn't really quite do you anything anyway. And then you're kind of disguising the Honitsu to boot.
Oh well, you can't force here anymore. So now you just have your shape set in stone. So it's just pretty much a fair game from here on. He's just gonna have to fill 3 diamonds, which is not hard, but we shouldn't pay too much attention because oops, unlock 3, 5, 6, 7. But Aaron here in Shimocha is it's gonna drop the Dora, which is quite sauce. But he has an Anko of he has 4 5-thos, which he's gonna completely stop. Yeah, it's just gonna completely stop any type of win. On the 5-so. Oh, so this is Tenpai.
I'm not. Jonathan could have just held on to the Chun Tonki for a wait, but I guess he knew he was going to draw that 4-so and end up waiting 5-8. Although he doesn't know that the 5-8's actually terrible.
Yeah, I mean, or if he drew the 5 himself, he could have went on Nobuton. So I guess it was okay. Right. So 8's is 1 left. 5's, you know where they all are. Ready to get conned.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's gonna discard the Sozu that he needs because I mean they already know it's 12,000 sitting there, so
yeah.
I think everyone would probably just be fine paying 1,000 to Jonathan and just saying, here's your 1,000.
Well, he could have been half safe with the shovel cut, but nope, he's just gonna be on 5/8 still.
Yeah, I think if you discard the 6, that probably gives away a little bit more information, anyways.
I'm surprised that Aaron hasn't dipped on the 4-pin yet, and he's just like super. Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do.
Well, I mean, if he decides, if he could have tried to con, maybe got an Onko and could have had Suonko Tenpai? Question mark.
He actually could have been Wait, he could have just.
Because you could have conned the 5. You could have conned the 5-pin or 5-sub if he had drawn the 4, 6.
Wait, he would have Suonko this hand if he just
he could
played
have
perfectly. But he got scared of the door pawn.
Oh, never mind. He drew he had discarded the 8-mon earlier in the hand. That's why it'd be hard. Even if he got Tenpai, it would have been Furry 10.
Oh,
unless he drew the 8.
It's my boy Daisongen. Oh, Hakus are still 3 walls too. It's actually pretty good. Either way, I mean, it's sad to note that to see just literally Suonko in your discards, but that's actually just what happened to him. He got Suonko'd in the discards, so that's quite unfortunate for Aaron.
He's another Honitsu Chinitsu now from Aldwin on the left there.
Yeah, I think he's just on like Chinitsu farming simulator, cause.
I mean, when you get a starting hand like that,
yeah, when it looks like that,
you don't really have much of a choice.
Oh, this is huge because now this well, first of all, Daisongen won't happen, most likely. And it might be Tenpai soon. Well, we'll see.
Oh my god, what the heck is this?
Why does he have 4 7s in his hand? I'm trying to figure out what he can get most ideally, but I think the most ideal tile is.
It would have to be the Hatsu or the Tumon, because then you can reach you waiting for 6-9.
Yeah. I mean, most ideals you get 2 or Hatsu. Hatsus we know are not possible, so he's gonna have to draw the 2 himself, and then you'll be on. Oh! This Chitoi on Dora.
Each.
Hey, it's a Sangen.
This is a fake Sangen.
Not Dai Sangen, not Sho Sangen, just a Sangen.
Okay.
Dora
12,000.
Sumo.
Oh, not 12,000. Yeah, you know the drill. 18,000. Yep. Wow. I was gonna be like, hey, this hand's gonna drag out for a bit, and then I was like, he got Tenpai on. I've been saying that should be a Yaku though. Literally, it should be a +2 Yaku to have all. Like, if you have Sho Sangen, this is basically small. This is small. This is like small 3 dragons, right? So
that's why I call it a Sangen, right? Dai Sangen, Sho Sangen, and then just Sangen.
Maybe she 7 Sangen. Chitoi Sangen. It's gonna be quite rough because Aldwin was also Ishanten on his Chinitsu. That he just yeah, sorry.
He had the 2 Hatsus, yeah.
Yeah, he also was not going to drop away from those. Actually, he could have maybe.
If he had gotten the right, well, the thing is, if he was going to do that, he probably wouldn't have discarded the 5-mon earlier in the hand.
Yeah, what I mean, it's too understandable that you know.
It was a commit.
Yeah, because if you paired up, well, in theory, if you draw Hatsu there, I think you would just Dama that because it'd just be Hatsu, Honitsu for 8,000. But
is there enough food to make that 8,000?
Well, it's Hatsu Honitsu.
Oh, right, it's closed.
If you close,
never mind. Yeah.
I feel like everyone kind of forgets because like, my Honitsu is never closed. I have to call. It's like, oh, this is becoming Junchan, maybe for a dealer.
It's still a little bit of a stretch here, but Aldwin's got Yakuhai 2 Dora at least.
Well, you'll be at least I mean, either way, I think dealer wants to draw 7-1 first. Oh, that's confirmed eats to it. Oh, never mind. Not even. Sorry, I'm capping. It's just 1-4.
I mean, unfortunately, they couldn't even shift either because they discarded both the 2 and the 3 so earlier.
Yeah.
So there was no way to shift out of that.
I was like,
but
oh hey,
the 1-4 is going to be a pretty. I think it's going to be
really
pretty easy
good
drop
way
against that. Yeah.
It's really good weight in general too, because most likely we're just gonna assume with themselves eventually. So it's just a matter of time. It's really awkward now. Aaron could have been in Tenpai in theory on some Tonki if he just played a. Oh well, he's not stopping here. It's probably just 2,000. So
Wrong.
we'll see. Yeah,
It's interesting. Like
I don't have to curse people, so it's only 2,000.
Well, because I mean, were they really pushing with that hand? Because I thought they weren't.
Aaron?
Yeah.
No, he was pushing. He wanted to confirm Junchan or Chanta. That's why he 4-pinned and he calls 1-pin later.
But isn't this a situation where, you have one person running away with it? You were sitting in second. There isn't really that much of a need to your chances of catching first aren't really that high. So
Harrison is...
I don't know if really pushing was the right idea there.
Harrison has this disgusting hand right here, honestly. I think this is so disgusting. Like, even if you get Tenpai, I think you could just Rishi on Dora. Your hand looks cheap, and you'll just hit them with the Rishi Sanshoku Dora. This is quite disgusting, honestly, from Harrison as dealer.
The only thing for Harrison is that, like, if they get Tenpai waiting on the 6-7 pin, like, barely anybody's dropped any Pinzu. So
I don't think it doesn't. I don't think it matters. You just reach.
I mean, you're gonna take the Richi. I mean, you're gonna take the Richi regardless.
I think you should take the Chi right here.
But what I'm saying is that it just makes the chances for you to complete might be a little bit harder than you'd like.
I was surprised you didn't take the Chi there, because that's... Don't think you have the luxury not to take the Chi. Yeah, I don't think you have the luxury not to take the Chi there.
Yeah, I mean, it's so close right now between second, third, and fourth that any points at this point would be fine. And if you call the 1, 2, 3, it's like, well, what the heck do you have? Even if you have the 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku, then it's like,
each.
Who's going to wait on the 6-7? Who's going to expect the 6-7 pin to be the final weight?
Yeah. Well, this would be Rishi from Toyman, Jonathan. He's been running over the game a bit with that sumo, but his 8 pins are dead, so it's only if Harrison makes a mistake.
This is just a get off of me, Ricci. Really, realistically,
yeah.
Jonathan's discard pile represents Pinsu Honitsu, so chances are nobody's going to discard into that anyways. So he's probably just to take his 3,000 and then just say get out of here, because I'm not sure anybody.
No, Harrison actually has a chance. Harrison has a chance to deal in here now. Because he drops 6 pin and then he gets the 1 pin. He drops 8 pin. He's dead.
Yeah. But you're having to drop Pinzu already into this hand, and
he's just completely
I don't know if you should.
He's not like completely bailing, but he's dipping off the Sanshoku now because
like nobody here. That's what I'm saying.
This is a Rishi.
So close. It's going to be hard for anybody to really like challenge it, because you don't want to lose points in a situation to dealer where now suddenly you're far behind when you are when you're at least competing for a second.
Well, the 7s are dead now. I mean, Aaron does not push this, right? Thank you. All right, and then the 6s are also dead. Oh wait, no, there's 1 left. Yeah, 1 left. I mean, maybe he high-tails this, right? Nope. But either way, he gets Tenpai. Well, he's gonna start with Anko 6-pin too. Or that's Harrison. But Toyman, so dealer right now has a okay hand. It's
really
okay.
it's not really workable. Like you'd want to get a Yakuhai here with the east or the south to do something with it. I mean, you did just fill in the 5-so there, but you've got a couple of Penchon weights that you have to deal with.
I'm gonna stop doubting. He just filled 2 good tiles. Watch, he's just gonna draw. He's just gonna draw the last 7 that we know is available eventually, and he's just gonna reach on like John then. Or he's gonna just prove the 5-bond floater and then just drop 8-9. But meanwhile, Aaron here with actually a pretty good hand of his own.
Yep, sitting each on 10.
I might just drop 5-bond here, but I might drop 8-9 as well. Really just depends. I'm not too scared of the 2-so being free 10.
Okay, I was gonna say it's a little awkward with the 2-so being discarded last turn.
Well, I would just take a free 10 Ricci. Like, let's say I dropped 8-9, correct? And then I'm waiting on 3-2-5-8. Like, I'm gonna take a free 10 Ricci. But it doesn't matter because Aaron's gonna Ricci here on 5-8. If everything goes right, he should be the only one in Tenpai. But
yeah,
we'll just have to
depending
see.
upon, like, Jonathan doesn't need to contest this, and so probably won't deal in with the 5 and 8 mod that they have right now.
That was a good fill for... Yeah, so it was a good fill for Harrison, but I guess it's the matter.
And the era.
Yeah. Aaron's huge sumo here. Will put himself in second now.
And more importantly, over 30,000. So now Jonathan only gets the plus 15.
Yeah. I mean, eventually, I was gonna say Harrison had a really good shape there. He had the 6-6-6-7, and then this is Itsu maybe. Also could be Honitsu. We'll have to see. But currently looking for everything, and also just be Rishi Pinfu. Will be a pawn of Haku from Q, who's Toyman right now.
Yeah, and Jonathan could easily run too if he ever gets a tune to call for their Yakuhai.
Yeah. But he might be... I mean, he dropped 6-so? Oh, what? What's that 4-so drop? I guess it's a 2-4-6 Junkon?
I guess it's just the Ryonkon so that they have more opportunities to call something.
Yeah. Harrison's gonna enjoy this, maybe entertain the Formon. Yeah, he's gonna entertain the Formons because, yeah.
Yeah, but now Aldwin's Tenpai on 6-9, and if Harrison,
yeah, sumo.
If they're entertaining the, oh, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, we can just cut that short. But I was gonna say he can't drop away from Dora, so he's really stuck, just doing nothing for a while, because he needs to draw around the Dora. He cannot let Aldwin, who's called like 2 times, just get anything. Yeah, he's just can't afford to drop Dora, so you're just really sad, and you have to, live with it and then somehow Kutsuki Dora while dropping away from a shape. So it's not the most ideal for Harrison at first, but he's dealer now, and he's temporarily last because of that sumo, but he has a very good chance to come back with his shapes looking very good. He most preferably wants to fill the Dunkon here on the 2-6-8, and it's probably reaching on 2-5 pin. But if he fills 2-5, he's just probably reaching on 4. Because why not?
I mean, realistically, you're just trying to get a win here. Like, you don't even have Dora, so like, I wouldn't even mind calling for 1,500 here, just so I can reset and try to get a more expensive handle on the line, because you're probably not going to get this hand to be expensive. The only way you could technically is if you decided to go for a Cheetoy and hopefully hit Ura, but like, you're not going to do that when you're trying to continue your dealership.
Oh wow, huh? I was maybe. Yeah, I'm actually confused why it was not a 8-so drop or 8 mon drop, because he could have entertained a 2-3-4 Sanshoku chance. Like, it would have been 2-3-4 Sanshoku here, Tenpai here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't think. Maybe they just didn't see it. I think they're just. I think they were maybe been tunnel visioned on just trying to complete the hand.
Ron. Dom Pinfu with Dora. Well,
yeah.
Either way is quite good for Harrison here, because
they're not in last.
Yeah, not in last, but Aldwin just got hit for the... He's like, dude, I just got hit for Dom Pinfu. Like, oh, but he's gonna fill with the Dora here. So the shapes are somewhat recoverable now. You could force a Chanta here.
I think you should force the Chanta here.
Yeah.
I think you should force the Chanta here.
I don't want to say that because that could... You see 2 1-pins out, it's just looking really bad. It should not be a force, but you should definitely entertain the idea of Chanta. But Harrison on the left is trying to build a monstrous hand here. Everyone's just Chinitsu training today, but let's see how well his Chinitsu draws are gonna look. And can he catch up with the rest of the table who's pushing? Let's do say that Harrison gets Chinitsu. If he sumos this...
If he somehow
sumos, he'll take second.
Well, more what I'm thinking more is like if they want to get to 30,000, like some type of, you would need a Paimon, and so you would need like Chinitsu with like 2 more Han somewhere, I guess.
I don't think he should call this. Because, I mean, you could. I guess if you'd wanted to secure third, which is fine. Secure third with 8,000 more points is quite good. Right?
I think I understand what you're saying there.
In a league, you're not forced to go. This could have technically been Tenpai, by the way, if he kept the Hakus. But you don't really care because you really want to...
The thing is, he would have actually drawn the 3-so that Aldwin had drawn because of the shift. And so he could have been able to play for the Chinitsu. And if you just had Richi Sumo Chinitsu, that would have been 18,000. And that would have actually put you not only in second, but over 30,000.
Oh, that's Tenpai. 1 4-pin. 1 pin. Actually, such a bad weight. But thankfully, the Chinitsu is not Tenpai yet. So
yeah, and that's a big problem because pawning the 6s actually broke up the hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that... I mean, it doesn't really matter, but... Oh! I mean, it should be a fold here for Aaron. So Aaron should just be out of here. So it's just a matter of whether Jonathan wants to push. But I'm not sure if what he's doing, because he's been pushing like 3 live tiles. It'll be 5-7 Shabo. I mean, 7 never comes out. I don't know.
Well, technically, neither of the Sozu should be coming out.
Yeah. Well, 5. Yeah, I mean 5 is not coming out, so it's dead. So he can only win if... Oh, it might be a fold angle. You can play it one more round, but he's not gonna fold.
Oh my god.
He's gonna get double rolled here for Richi Pinfudora with no Uro for 58, and we'll see what the...
What's the other hand there?
What's the other hand?
Oh, we didn't catch
Richi
it.
Pinfu, right?
No,
Pinfudora. Sorry, it's Pinfudora.
Okay.
Yeah. Which, I am not gonna lie, I am quite confused why that was actually not a Richi from... I mean, not really, because you're first, but I actually could... This guy was... Jonathan was dropping everything to this point where you should have just Richi'd, in my opinion, if you're gonna commit to like dropping 3 Sozu tiles.
Yeah, I didn't actually notice what they had been discarding, and I guess you're right with the Sozu tiles. Maybe
he sumo giried everything past the dealer Richi. He didn't fold, and then he just zoomed. And he didn't click Richi, so I'm quite confused what that actually was. But
yeah, if you are pushing like that, then there is no reason to not Richi, because you would, if you were gonna fold, you would have done it already.
Yeah, and whoever. Yeah, so And then I think some person in the chat asked, if you reach after Dama, is that bad? And
no,
it's like it's okay, but it's not great. But I think there was situationally okay because I think it was situationally okay if you reach it because you have so many points. It's okay if you deal in for a bit. If your plan was to just push, you're just kind of pushing everything, and then yeah, you might as well just slam the reach to get more points because I mean everyone was folding no matter what, and you're obviously gonna win off dealer or Harrison, but
1
I do understand not reaching there. Oh, that's
at this point
Tenpai.
now, Harrison is just trying to limit damage. I mean, there's not much he can do at this point, being over 12,000 points behind third at this,
Yeah,
or a little over
want to
under 12,000 points.
do you want to mention that's Tenpai on 7 so this is
Wrong.
Tanya. Also
Yep.
Tenpai here for 1,000 or 39. Sorry.
So Harrison mitigates some of the losses there from the prior hand, but unfortunately will eat the fourth at a minus 31.6. Jonathan ends up being the huge benefactor here because Aaron got pulled under 30. So he gets a plus 49.9, which will put him up into 7th place overall. Aldwin takes a takes a third here, and will move a little bit further down the standings. But for the first two games, is not bad. And then Aaron takes as we mentioned, takes the small negative second, and will be in 14th place here after two games. So a bit of interesting two games here. I think both of us are still left wondering the 6-pin or 6-so pawn uh, by Harrison, because it really broke up the Chinitsu and didn't really do much in terms of value, because even if he were to like Chinitsu Toy, that's open Chinitsu, so it's still only 12,000, which didn't really change anything, I don't think.
I think he might have also just ran out of time in terms of decision, and he just felt pressured to make a decision, and he just clicked the button because you just don't have much time. Like, I mean, the timer is quite short, to be fair, if you want to make a crucial decision like that. Still, I mean, overall, it wasn't like the end of the world that he pawned, but I think it was quite sus. But I mean, it wasn't a bad pawn overall, but it's just a decision that you just have to make. So what you value? Do you value that one one Shanten increase to sacrifice the points? And do you believe that there are Sozu being held by other players, and are they willing to push it? And the answer was yes, people were willing to push it, but so maybe it was not the right decision, but that's just this is all hindsight because we have information, we have access to information. Well, Harrison obviously didn't have access to all that information during that one hand. So it's just I think it's personal preference. I don't think he played it bad or like wrong or anything like that. So
All right. So that's it for the A2 table here. We do have an A1 table in progress. So I think we're going to try to reset for that. Maybe take a small break here while our director kind of gets that set up here. So while they're doing that, go ahead and take a break yourselves, get some water and whatnot, and we should be reset here in a couple of minutes. welcome back, everyone. Look, we're shifting to the A1 game here. And it turns out that even though the game only started 16 minutes ago, we're already in South 3. And it looks like the dealer tournament, because what is it? Wait,
Yeah,
this is
not.
On? This isn't A1.
It's A2 now.
No, this is you have the wrong table.
Oh yeah, this is the wrong table, by the way. I guess we could continue watching this game. There's only one match left.
Yeah, we might as well watch this then. This is not the A1 league.
Let me check which table this is. This is currently C1A4. Yeah, this is C1A4 with no, it's not. I don't know what table this is.
We're getting things situated here. There was some miscommunication in the background here, but we are now currently in the A1 game, and it's East 3, not South 3.
Well, yeah, we just tuned in. Not much happened, actually. I mean, nothing much happened point-wise, except for one maybe Monk. It looks like one Monk on Sumo, and just a bunch of Tenpai payments or 1,000 sticks thrown around. Overall, this is a decent Tenpai, or not Tenpai, 2 Shanten for dealer, but it involves you throwing the South, which you probably should just throw here. Don't know how you can rat it any longer, but Alfred's gonna not throw it, which I'm not quite sure what this is, but he probably just thinks it's situationally too dangerous to throw, but he's just gonna drop it one turn later anyways. It doesn't really affect his hand too much for keeping the 4-7, because once you draw the 4 or 7 you're gonna be on the Richie Penfu Tanya with Ipega chance. But he might call this. Oh, he has called off right now. Damn, that was such a fast skip. I think he has called off. Which I think is a problem, because you should probably turn it back on, because you're running out of 4-7 stows quite quickly. He could just actually go into... If he draws into a Dreamon, he actually might drop 5-6 so too. If you're... Yeah, he actually could just drop 5-6 so. But he's just swapping around a bunch of tiles right now, so we'll just have to see. 6 Smon is not that great, so you're probably going to drop it back out, but... Also, I mean, we've been paying too much attention, and I was going to say that's a really good Ishan 10 for tournament, but they're now in Ricci, waiting on 1-4. 1-4s are actually quite good, actually. It's going to be a chase on 3-pin. There's 3 left.
And none of this precludes Michael from or Matthew from continuing on with their hand there,
or 2
because
left.
They can discard the 7 so here and be Tenpai for their Chanta Dora 2.
Oh, this is gonna be a rough decision for dealer. It's gonna fold away. Because probably just because it's really hard to push 3. Also can't push 4. 3 so and 4 Mon are really bad pushes. So yeah, it probably wasn't even a push angle. Now he has enough safe tiles, so it'll be a 6-pin or 6-0, 6-0, and probably just up. Well, you would have dealt in, so good fold. Where are the 3 pins? There's supposed to be 2 left. Where are the 1-4s too?
They're still on the wall then.
Yeah, where are the 1-4s too? Like the 1-4s are still like quite a lot.
Oh, there's a 3.
Oh, that's a 3. I bet the 4-so was 4-so, 1-so was like high tay or something. Yeah. But either way, good sumo. What's like Richie sumo? Cool. And then who is currently
Vincent's dealer.
Vincent. I was like, I don't recognize this name, but I should though. But either way, this Tenpai or this hand is quite actually kind of meh. It's not as good as it looks because you still have to drop away from the 9 pins probably, and then you need to refine the shape. But we'll just temporarily discard the 3 pin because I guess you can look for Cheetoy as well. But I guess not anymore.
Meanwhile, Minko's got at least a Yakuhai, probably Honitsu, maybe Chanta. So we could be looking at 8,000 here. Wait a minute, wasn't that?
Wait,
Wait,
that was.
Why did they pass the?
Wait, why did they pass the? Why did they pass the Ron?
Yeah, why did they pass the Ron?
Wait, what is Matthew cooking? He's cooking up something good.
I mean, yes, but like,
Huh.
I mean, I get is it just because of regret for not actually discarding or calling
yeah, I guess
earlier?
you want a bit more value. I can't ever seem to justify not taking that Ron there.
Yeah, and now unfortunately he's in trouble because Minko could have 8,000 here.
Okay.
There are 2 1-sos left.
I just want to mention that Alfred is doing a really good job of folding it out. Since Hatsu's tunes are is this Suonku Ishanten for dealer?
Yep.
We'll cut the 6 temporarily, but it doesn't matter because you're just gonna sumo for the 4. 5,200.
The cheaper end, but doesn't matter. I mean, puts you in the second here, getting the south round.
Don't think the sumo should have happened if you just didn't greedy and took the 1,600 Ron, but
yeah,
I do understand not taking the Ricci, but at the same time,
if you don't take the Ricci, you just take the Ron.
Yeah, you should take the Ron because you're essentially stopping a hand like that, where it's a good chunk of your points, and we'll just we'll put you in last now, as the person who did Ron, but currently, Minko is in dealer.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, good draw. Now in really good Ishanten. It could be a Ishanten for like close to anything. Draw 7 pin, you'll have Sanmenchan. Draw what? Well, I guess you won't go your Sanchoku now with the 2 pin instead, but but the dream was quite good.
Dream was there for a little bit.
Yeah, if you draw 2 pin, you'd be Sanmenchan, or you could just that's the winning tile for so that's also cheap for Tenpai 4-7. This is 3,900 for Matthew. We'll just unfortunately deal in. Not much indication that this hand was worth a lot, but that's just unfortunate that was 3,900 with 2 Dora sitting there. Oh,
though it's not that bad in terms of like trying to get back into the game though, because you're only sitting at 22-8, and second place is a Mongon away. So
yeah, so it's not the end of the world for Alfred, who's currently just being sad, but he's eventually gonna have to build out of those sad shapes, and everyone else actually has a really slow hand other than dealer. Dealer themselves don't even have that great of a hand themselves at the moment. It's actually,
but they've certainly made more progress than anybody else.
Well, they're progressing eventually. I mean, now you cut 4 and then you fill the Donkan and then you drop the Donkan. I mean, if they fill the Donkan first, I think they're gonna be like winning for sure, almost. But we'll see.
Minko has the option for going to an Itsu here, and we'll at least hedge for now.
So Dora's gonna get dropped here. Gonna be Dora pushable for everyone, so should be a sign that for everyone that this is probably just a cheap hand. It's gonna be Ishanten now for dealer. We'll uncle up the 4-sos. It's not a good sign.
Yeah, and, I'm not. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't sure about that because you could have kept the 3-4-4-4 shape and like shifted out of something else, but
this is 3-10, so you can't do it. But either way, it's good Ishanten.
Yeah, it ended up working out drawing the 2 pin there.
Decision here for I would say that's a decision here for Minko. I mean, has to play for all those shapes. Oh, that's
Oh, well then.
Tenpai.
1
Unfortunately, discards the
Oh,
7.
those
That's
cards.
actually
Well,
safe,
that
so it
means
doesn't deal in.
it's the safer side actually. So
Yeah,
that's
it is the
smart.
safer side.
That's actually really smart to reach it on the Genbutsu side. We'll be on 3-6. 3s and 6 are kind of dead, but we'll have to see. There's 1, 2, 3 6s. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's 1 and 1. So it's 2 each. 2 left. 1 of each 3 and 6 mon. While 1 4s are not as good as you think they are. 1s are dead, and 4 pins are currently 2 health. So there's actually 2v2 right now. Oh, it doesn't matter what you swap to, you're dead here. So
yeah, unless you drop 2 3
I'll drop
outright.
2 3 pin. Oh, you could drop 4 so.
True.
Yeah, but I guess it's not. Let's see, Richie Pinfu.
No,
No, it's Richie Pinfu. We'll make the comeback condition slightly easy for Alfred now, who's now a dealer. Cut away from the 9 and 5. So probably just playing off the easy blocks in your hand.
yeah,
And
Ricci, maybe Pinfu, maybe Dora, but really just wanted to continue the hand.
But yeah, Vincent's not going to let that happen. Vincent, first place currently, wants to just close out the game as soon as possible because of the small gap between first and second. Only 5,000 points.
That should be a Chi. Yep, and now sitting Tenpai.
Yeah, 3-6. So it's gonna be really rough for Alfred here, unless he draws like 3 perfect tiles to Tenpai and force him off. Otherwise, it's gonna be quite rough.
Yeah, this hand is a little bit hard to call, because of the fact that you have the 2-3 so.
Technically, Shanton for now for dealer. Oh, what do you do here? Okay. He technically, I know there's no way you were Tenpai, but I guess you don't decide ahead here. And
no. You're gonna discard 2 pin 5 pin for your Ricci.
Yeah, 2 pin 5 pin, right? That's yeah, quite confusing. He can also get Itsu if he's lucky enough.
Yeah, but then you have to find his pair somewhere. And that could
wow.
Oh, probably worried about the Honitsu,
right? Yeah, Vince is actually drawing bad because he's scared that this is Honitsu. And he's gonna get half rewarded. We'll pay 10 on the 5-8 side, but
you could drop 6-7 mon, right?
No, you can't. He's just gonna straight up bail off.
No, I mean you can still get Tenpai here. Oh,
this is actually perfect. If you draw 1 more 6 here, you're saved. If you draw 1 4 here, you're dead. But you're also dead. This was quite good. That was really good play by Alfred, though. I mean, it was quite unlucky for Vincent that he was just looking like he was Honitsu. But that was really good that he didn't deal into that thing completely by himself. Because I believe the comeback conditions are somewhat easier now for him to come back. He now only needs a 3,900. Which is quite... well, if he wins this hand, he's guaranteed 3,900. Because he has 2 Dora in his hand. So he just needs to win this hand right now to obtain a 3rd place.
Yeah, but dealer's got something going on here.
Yeah, dealer.
Oh, Ishanten for Chitoy?
Yeah.
I mean, not the ideal hand that I want as dealer, but
I mean, it's quite. If you draw 6, I mean, draw 5, so you 7s. I mean, this 3-10, so you're gonna have to drop it. 5. If you draw 5, so I guess you could drop 6. So, slightly punished as dealer. I mean, this should technically be the last hand for this game because Vincent will just take a no 10 if
well,
he does not.
It depends.
If he does not
like,
reach
Minko,
right?
If Minko has a manga on hand, well, not even manga on hand. Because what the gap is 75, 82. Well, effectively
should be
a manga.
This Tenpai, for Chitoy will be on Dora 6. There's one left, and I don't see anyone.
That's only 60. Wait, that's only 64 though. Unless you
sumo is 8,000, which you're most realistically only gonna sumo this. Wow. You know, Alfred's been playing insane. Like, in terms of, like, not giving tiles to people, he's been doing a really good job of holding tiles that, like, are easily callable. So he somehow keeps dodging over and over, but I don't know how he's gonna salvage this hand. Dealer has calls turned off, so this is definitely just like a cheat toy look into a, we'll see how it goes. But do you think Toyman will stop on Dora? Well, Dora's done. Go next. So it's not impossible for Minko to win this hand. Tenpai on Dora Tonki.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm just gonna say there's no way in the world Alfred is gonna drop the Dora.
No, Alfred can't drop it.
You're not dropping it ever. So
like here, even you could discard 9-so.
You're actually it's fine. I mean, the process is still somewhat the same.
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah. Probably should be 9-so here.
Yeah.
Or I guess they'll just cut it early. Man, Monzu looks so bad this game. Oh, 5 will be cut. Which means that that's Ishan
9-so. Yeah, 9-so. The 7-mon was a great fill for Alfred.
Yeah. That 7-mon's so good. We'll be cheap for 5-8 now.
Oh my god.
I don't think you're reaching this though. You just Dama. He is on 5-8. It's gonna be a double roll chance. On like what? Oh, okay.
But yeah, there was no.
So it's gonna be no 10, right? Good break away from Tenpai for dealer, and it's just gonna be.
He didn't since Minko didn't make their intentions known, like that they were a Tenpai or anything. There was no need to fight, so they just figured they could just fold out here.
Yeah, I mean,
and take the win.
Obviously Vincent has no incentive to ever push, or even like take that Tenpai ever, and will be a first place from Vincent, 22.7, a good good bump to your score, making them currently 70.2 on the ladder, a second. Minko second here with 8.5 was on Dora Tonki, didn't reach he, so I mean, obviously they already had enough technically, so we'll be a plus 8.5. Matthew minus 26k with minus 9.0, and then Alfred, I think he actually played really insanely well, but unfortunately he just didn't get the tiles, so he will go minus 22.2. So
yeah, definitely had a chance in that all last there to get themselves out of the hole, and did manage to get their Tenpai, drawing that 7-mon 4-mon, so certainly gave themselves a chance.
Yeah, I thought that was quite insane of like how he played the hand, because he's just constantly holding on to like tiles that are like not safe, and he's like throwing them out like as late as possible while trying to maintain a push and not giving people chances to call. Obviously,
but at the same time, though, I mean, like the dangerous tile in this particular case was the Dora, and if they were to try to come back from their position in last, they were going to have to hold on to that anyways and just hope to draw the right tiles. So
also, insane, like hold on the 5-8 mon, because just miraculously just draw the 7 and 4. But that was also pretty good identifying that probably all tiles around Dora was not safe. So you could not afford to drop any of those tiles. So it's just really good play overall. But probably we'll see if he can, kind of half step it up here. It's been a while since I've seen like a lobby with all Jokyu, like not Jokyu, but Tokujo players.
I mean, we are in A1, so it's probably more likely to see that.
A lot of people actually in A1 are unwilling to grind ladder on Tenho. So, I mean, I think they're all playing great. So, we'll be starting in a minute or so. Or should be starting in a few seconds. Just like I predicted. Oh, this hand's quite sad. I guess you can force Honisu here, though. After you drop 3 tiles, and then you can go. Everyone actually has very slow hands here, because everyone's just holding a bunch of useless tiles. I want to see how badly Alfred wants to force Honisu here, because he is the first dealer. While everyone else is probably just going to cut away from all their Yakuhai and play a standard hand. Oh, that's a really good 2-pin fill. Might drop 9-pin temporarily, or just drop North to just keep playing standard. Technically 3 Shanten for Honitsu. And the second fastest person is probably Shimocha. Potentially building to a like 7-8-9 or 6-7-8 Sanshoku. Or just be Richie Pinfu here. Leaving the Dream on for Kutsuki Dora. Meanwhile, Toyman is just getting some shapes. Maybe eventually force Tonyo out somehow after 1 pin 9 mon. It's quite possible of how the current shapes are shaped. And then it's gonna be a 9-pin drop.
Yeah, so Alfred not going for the Honitsu here, it looks like.
Yeah. Might also just be looking for Chitoy. Maybe. I think the 9-pin was okay because you also don't want to suss out the entire table of a force. Because and 9-pin did not help you quite that much in terms of...
Yeah, that's true.
And, thankfully for him, 3 7-pins are being held, so he's actually getting rid of a useless tile, even if he was potentially Honitsu later. But we'll unfortunately drop away from the 6-7. We'll drop the 7 early, so he loses on the 6-7. But we'll be Tenpai here for 3-pin. Konchan for Toyman. 3 being held by dealer.
Minko did manage to find a way to make this hand usable in some fashion.
Yeah, I don't see a world where this is ever dropped from dealer. So, this is 2-pin Tonki.
Probably trying to switch eventually.
This is the perfect. Good job not forcing, and we'll be now on 2-5. 5s are completely blocked up right now. Well, not completely because there's 1. We'll be reaching on 5-8 pin. 5-8 is actually quite good. There's 2 5 and 3 8s left. So also Richie on 3 6
Doesn't
9.
matter.
And it'd be 8. What in the world just happened?
Everybody just got Tenpai.
Oh god. I personally do not use the English UI, so I was like, what is this one shot? It took me like a good 2 seconds to process. I'm like, what does one shot mean?
So 52 became 72 thanks to the extra Ricci sticks on the board. So
yeah.
Matthew off to a pretty good start here.
Yeah.
Now sitting dealer. The hand is so-so. Does have the Dora, but it's still a bit of a ways away from much.
Well, you have Dora. You could probably force 6 7 8 Sanshoku. Tanya Sanshoku Dora. 58. I can see a world where it's playable. But it's just a matter of...
It's a possibility, but it's still a bit of a ways off.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to take a really long time to catch up while everyone's progressing their hand quite nicely, especially Alfred here. But I mean that will be a pair. We'll find their pair here for dealers. So, oh my, Alfred is just gonna cut away from Dora straight up because he'll be on a Ipeko chance with a 3-sided on Sosu's side.
Yeah, and
might just be
Minko will call the Yakuhai over here. I was expecting that considering the rest of the structure of the hand.
Oh, so this is the 678 I was talking about. Hey, 678 with Tonyo. I mean, it's gonna happen. Oh, we'll be Ricci here.
Ricci.
Most likely. Let's see if dealer wants to fold because, yeah, won't be a temporary Genbutsu drop. We'll see if they want to come back to Tenpai again, but don't think it's gonna happen because you have to call too many tiles here.
Well, the issue here is that Pinzu are expensive again, so yeah. I'm really not sure anybody's gonna discard into it. Plus, like, both Matthew and Minko could use the Pinzu, so
yeah. Well, there are 2 4s and 2 7s still available, or I mean 1 7 still available. So it's 3 left. 2 left. So I think everyone's kind of gonna probably should just bail off. 1 tile left. What is dealer doing? They're just attracting all the winning tiles here. And the worst part is they can get back into Tenpai if they decide to cut away from the 3-7.
I think they have to try to justify the 3-7, but they're not. Yeah. They're going to shift off of 6-8.
But they can't, first. So I don't. Everyone's running out of safe tiles. Actually, it's because Sozu is just 3-5, and then it's just a bunch of edge tiles dropped in. Oh, this is Chitoi Shanten now for dealer. I guess you can drop 3 Mon.
I thought they were going to drop 6, so.
Yeah, I thought you would drop 6, so, because technically this could be Chitoi Tanyao for dealer for 4,800.
There's the 3 Mon for
3 Mon. Yeah, it would have been Tenpai. And then you would have been on Genbutsu 6 pin. Or you would have dropped Genbutsu 6 pin, and if some guy just dropped Suji.
Now, Minko's 6 pin is dead.
Yeah.
Well, not unless Tenpai discards it. Yeah.
It's gonna actually die. It would not die. Like, dealer is gonna die if they drop it, which most likely will happen.
No, because they just discarded. They now have the Haku, which they've already discarded. So
okay, never mind. They're good.
Yeah, there's no. I don't think they were doing in.
There's one pin. I mean, Haite Sumo. Lucky. So
Minko Alfred taking the 1500 there as we head to East 3.
Yeah, either way, yeah, there's probably no way for Minko to ever deal in, because even if they draw 4 pin, they just drop 1 pin instead and maintain Tenpai that way. So yeah. Either way, oh, what is this hand? You can't go Chanta, Junchan.
There are. I was gonna say there are. It seems like there are shades of Junchan here, but not really.
But you can't, because you have to drop away from your completed 3-4-5, and that's quite sauce. If it was not completed, you could maybe force, but since it's already completed, you have no way of forcing.
I mean, it could set up something where you're on like a 9-pin 1-so weight, which is be really evil. But and actually, you're Ishan 10 for that right now.
Yeah, we'll be Ishan. Oh, Tenpai.
It's not the 9-pin 1-so weight, but I mean, I'll still take the 5-8 in this situation.
5-8, which is actually better in terms of. Oh, wow. Yeah, Vince is just drawing straight 2 in a row of winning tiles, reminiscent of what Matthew was doing last hand.
But that 8-so is kind of loose if they do get to Tenpai.
Oh, it's not good because Alfred is somewhat pushing here. Well, actually, if he draws 8-so, he can actually try to go Sanshoku here, so it's not even the end of the world. Oh yeah, if he draws 8-so, he's gonna drop 9-so first, and then he'll be. Oh, he's dealing in. No,
No, you can discard 9-so first.
Oh yeah,
It's
you can
fine.
drop 9-so and be free 10. It's fine. I mean, you can, or you can redraw 6-so and then you'll be good again. But I think he's just straight up bailing now. I don't think he can. Oh, you can drop 3-so 4-so.
Yeah,
He was.
it's getting a bit of a stretch though.
I mean, I think he drops 3-so and bails. Or okay, he's around 8-pin first, so I mean that's just a straight up bail here. Now he has 7-mon to bail, so should be good here. Yeah, another tile gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One left. Should be just 1 8-so left. Right there. Alright, so the game's round is just over. Nothing to talk about here. Everyone's just probably just gonna bail properly now. And there should be no reason for anyone to push, but maybe Matthew if he gets a Tenpai. But he's just gonna continue billing for his. Was there an indication that? Oh, it's it's Dora. What am I talking about? Yeah, I was like, it's Dora, and East is technically still one cut, which is not good.
Yeah, especially the dealer Ricci. Yeah.
Oh, that's technically a redraw back to no. I think
despite the 5-8 actually being a pretty decent weight, in my opinion, it does not pan out. Everybody shuts Minko down. Does get the 3,000, which is probably what you were going to get anyways, ish.
Yeah. So overall, 2,000 plus net plus temporarily. You'll get your point back if you win this hand, but we'll just have to see for now because their hand is somewhat slow. To pair up a lot of tiles, but that's a pretty good draw.
Since Chitoi Ishan 10.
Yeah.
Already.
I mean,
on a 1-pin, 3-pin west.
I was about to say that's quite a good tile, but Alfred might be in danger here.
The 3-pin is the Dora, which is unfortunate, but like, you're gonna try to pair that up if you can.
I was like, how much you want to entertain John Peiko here?
I mean, you could have just discarded West.
Because
you could have discarded. The reason why you could have discarded West is because it was 0 cut. So even if you were Chitoi for it, then you could have. It wouldn't have been as good of a weight as you think it would.
Listen up to my theory crafting. Don Peiko Junchan.
I mean, that's what it would have been.
It would have been. I mean,
but instead we have a Ipeiko 7-mon Penchun weight from Matthew.
Yeah, 7-mon is quite bad.
Well, Alfred... I mean, it is technically the Suji is technically there because that 4-mon was discarded after the Ricci, but not sure if anybody will buy
Alfred
that.
Might. Oh, Alfred will. Yeah, it should be 3-so here. I mean, no excuse not to be 3-so. Oh, it's gonna be a full bail now from a Tenpai or Ishanta now.
Yeah.
5-so? Oh, 8-so.
Oh no, this is greedy. This is like Tanya
Sanshoku.
Tanya Ipeiko Sanshoku.
Chi.
But we'll just take the Tenpai. Just take the Tenpai now.
Tenpai for. Oh. Good cutaway. From oh, Alfred is safe now to push the 5-so 5-so.
If they wanted to.
Well, they can now. Because I don't think they're even. I mean, they're technically Tenpai on 6-9. 6-9 is dead.
There's the 6-so.
Pretty much punished for discarding a tile that wasn't even safe yet. I mean, I guess it's Nakatsuchi. That's quite bad. I mean, the only one bailing here is pretty much just Vincent. Alfred has probably the most flexibility to fold, but he's just gonna straight up push the 6. So he's probably dropping the 7 if it oh.
Sumo.
Oh, it's gonna be a sumo.
Yeah,
after all this time.
Yeah.
Won't
be
he
did have that 7-pin penchant weight, so
quite rough. It's like usually it's like they have all that bailing just so like he sumos on like the second to last tile.
Yeah.
What is that Onko of 2-pin doing there? 4. Like I feel like today we started a bunch of people just starting with 4 of one tile in their hand.
Or close to it.
Yeah, no, I mean Aldwin's just started with like Aldwin had 4 7s. You know, Harrison had like 4 5-0s. There's now 4 2-pins. Just a bunch of everything. Yeah, Vincent's not gonna be happy because his win is already dead on one side. And we'll just have to see from here.
Well, I mean, he doesn't know that, unfortunately.
Yeah, he doesn't know that. And yeah. Oh. Well, one of the winning tiles just got drawn. So there's 2 left.
Yeah, with everybody playing defense as they've been, it's gonna be hard.
Ooh. I think Alfred might give a push here. On the 1 mon first. 1 mon, 8 mon. Most likely. Oh, it's gonna straight up.
I think the worry with the 1 mon is like a 3, like, you know, it is a turn 4 Ricci, but
I think it's too early.
It's too early to think of it being like a 2-3-3 and then waiting for 1-4.
I think he's just screwed in terms of. I mean, he won't deal in. Oh, I'll say he's not going to deal in ever because if he draws the 5-pin, he can just fix the shape on the like it just make Ipeko shape.
Oh no!
This is not good. This is not good. 5-8 looks not that bad, honestly. He could have went for it, but
I mean, here's another chance here to try to fix things.
I mean, he's gonna cut from the 8 mon first because 2 6s are cut. Hatsu is fine. I mean, technically Ishanten here? Oh no, but you're dead. Please don't push it. Oh! Wait, he might have just saved himself. If you wait 5-8 here, you're good.
Although, I mean, he's going to have to con anyways at some point in time. So,
you know,
if they're going to fight for Tenpai, right?
I mean, it's most likely when he gets Namen Ishanten, he's going to con. So he pairs up one of his key tiles. Like, I think it should be a con right here. Oh, he's full folding. He's full folding.
Yeah.
Which is respectable.
It's pretty late.
Yeah, also dealer Ricci, so if you deal in, you're dead. This is what I like to say about Alfred. He just has the miracle power to just stop on the winning tile. If he wills. He's back into Ishanten!
But it's too late.
Yeah. If like dealer drops 6, I think he would probably actually be willing to drop 5. But Alfred just playing good Jong like usual. He's just holding on to everything. And he wow, you know what would have happened? If he actually got Tenpai. If he kept the 6-7, he would have drawn 5 and he would have been happy. And if he would have drawn another 5, he would have dealt in. Maybe. But I'm just theory crafting what would have happened. Doesn't really matter because this hand is quite slow for dealer. It's pretty bad shapes. And you have no door.
It's not actually that bad. I mean, the 8 mon is extra. You do have the 1-3-5 Yonkon shape.
Okay, never mind.
Just now filled. Yeah. Now you're sitting Ishanten for possible
Isu. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad at all.
Okay, I'm capping. Everything's just good if you just draw it. To be fair. Meanwhile, Alfred, who was doing a bunch of like pushing slash full like balance, is actually in really good shape as well. 2-pin comes out. I don't know if he wants to cheat at. He won't. We'll get rewarded with a 6 spawn. I don't even know if it's even a reward or not. But can go Tanya now. If he drops 1-9 and then somehow gets a 6 for Tanya. But we'll have to see. Toyman is forcing. Oh, it's not even a force. That's just a natural Honitsu. Coming along quite nicely. 2d4. Oh, that's Honitsu Ishanten. We'll
Honitsu
pawn it. I am
Tenpai.
not a huge fan of the pawn, actually.
It doesn't
We'll
matter
give them
because
the
it works.
free. We'll give them the free 3900 though. Was not a huge fan because you actually lost a lot of value.
But you're in
pawn.
like,
But East was. I don't know why, but I guess I was in the South mentality because if it was only 2000, might have not been worth. But since we're still in East and East is still a win, it's okay.
Well, for me, it's just the fact that Matthew was leader anyway, so just take the points and run.
Yeah, I mean, if that hand were to be completed at its most ideal state, it would be most likely Ipeiko Honitsu East, and if you sumo is Honeyman, all Dama without Richi. So I mean, that's the Dama dream, you know. Like you sumo for Honeyman, and then everyone just looks at you, be like, "Did this guy really just say 3,000, 6,000?"
So Alfred here actually has a pretty decent hand at this point on turn 5. Could call for the Yakuhai. Now it was worked around the Dora with the 5-pin draw earlier. Could also just make this a Tanya Dora one if they wanted to as well, just to win a hand and continue dealership.
Yeah. Quite like last game, the point spread is actually quite even except for first place, which is really good for him right now. Which he might want to cheat at.
Yeah.
And go Tanya. Yeah.
I don't blame him for that. I do. The 6-pin Kanchan is going to be a little bit awkward, I think, just because he's sitting next to Dora. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I'd be hesitant about. But
yeah,
because even here, you could have kept the 5-mon, discarded 2 4-so, but you'd still be stuck with a 6-pin.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Shimocha Matthew did end up drawing a 6 or like a 7-so to pair up the 6. A potential shift into a Sanshoku maybe, the one off chance that it actually happens, where you draw 5-pin and then you draw 7-mon, and then Sanshoku. But that's the winning tile. It's gonna win.
And there it is. So the 6-pin does actually come out there.
2,900, really good. We'll place them in second place now. Oh, and a good high pie. Easily callable with, Honitsu chance.
Yeah, I mean, this could be 12,000. Easily 12,000. Just double Yakuhai Honitsu. You don't even need to worry about anything like Chanta or any of that stuff. Just go ahead and run.
But the real concern is Toyman with a bunch of shapes.
Well, the Chun's Mochi Mochi, so that's gonna make things slightly more difficult here.
Well, this could be Chanta too. So, and you use Chun as your pair. Oh, that's another Sozu. It's really good. Sozu is actually really weak this game because there are like no Sozu being held by anyone.
The problem is that Alfred's going to be showing is going to be repping Sozu Honitsu. So as dealer, especially with being dealer, not sure if people are going to push into that.
Yeah, it's quite.
Oh.
Well, and he goes 9-so first because he wants pure efficiency here. I
mean, you can continue with it.
Rewarded.
Well, see, now the thing is like, well, okay, people are going to start thinking, is this really a Honitsu? They just discarded 9, 6, and 8. So it's like
9, 6. What is this? Wait, this could be Toy too. I mean, if Chun ever gets dropped, which it won't, but he somehow avoided Chun Mochi Mochi by just drawing 3. Oh, he might. He's gonna definitely swap here. 3-so is only 1 left. I don't see a world where Chun ever gets dropped. He's dropped a third amount of Sozu that it doesn't even look good anymore. But we'll avoid dealing in temporarily. Somewhat punished, but what? Yeah, what is this Vincent guy cooking? He just sumoed Tonki 5-pin. He's like, we're playing red 5s. He somehow avoided dealing in, and then, unfortunately for Alfred, he kind of, I don't want to say greeted, but it was the correct play, but it's just unfortunate the tune was Mochi Mochi. So now he was just really sad there. Meanwhile, we're in South 2 now, with Dealer being Matthew. He somehow turbo gone to he somehow just avoided everything, and we will see how this is going. But this is overall a somewhat slow hand for everyone. Another Honitsu 4 somehow for Alfred on the left, while everyone is slowly progressing their hands towards something. But we're gonna have to see how this goes. That's a really good draw from Toyman. It's gonna be Rishi on Sanzo. I don't know if anyone's ever gonna deal it in. Actually, there should be no world anyone deals it in, except for maybe Minko, if Minko decides to push. Oh, but that should not happen too, because so. But I guess you use sumo. Like, what is this sumo? I could just sumo. Like, I wouldn't be taking, like, fat L's in my Tenho games. Like, what is going on?
Pretty crazy match, I must say. Hello, everyone.
Oh.
I'm Small Man.
Everyone.
I'm Small Man, taking over for Edwin, who had to step out here, but we still have a little bit of action to go here in this A1 matchup. Of course, A1 always definitely ones to watch here in this league, and this match is not disappointed so far.
Yeah, last chance for Minko to... Well, not last chance, but one of your easiest chances to come back is currently right now. We'll get a nice 8-pin fill. You can't really drop away from this 1-so pair, so you're most likely going to drop 2-so later. And we'll just have to see, because I guess if you fill like 2 perfect... Oh, I guess you drop 4-pin?
In the meantime, you've been mentioning what Vincent's... Well, the 9-pin might go there, but take a look at Vincent's hand here. You've been saying, what's Vincent cooking up? This could be pretty big here. Already an Anko of the 8-pin and pairs in other suits as well. You do have a sequence there, so I don't see this turning into all triplets of whatever stripe, but he's got something that can start to close this game out and possibly get in the lead.
I was probably a slight punished for not dropping 2-so first over 2-mon. Would have had a nice Rodman shape on 2-3, but yeah. Oh, Alfred did drew a 5-pins. Actually, really good for him, because he's getting better shapes, and he has a 5-6-7 Sanshuk chance. If it ever decides to happen. Wow.
Yeah, it all depends on how the wall cooperates with a hand like
that
one.
Minko is really wanting to hold on to this 2-so for some reason, which I don't know why.
Well, there's things you can do with it, potentially. But as it stands, you kind of got to pick what pair do you want to go with, and 1-so looks like the one I would go with here. Especially with 1-so being the Dora.
Yeah, there's a Song Anko chance temporarily for Alfred on across the table. He had drawn the 4.
Oh, yeah.
But,
hang on, he might be back into it.
No, he's just
going not quite.
Now.
He's dropping 1 pin. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so unfortunately for him, there's only 1 6-so left in this game. So we're gonna have to see. He will probably just eventually get the Tenpai, maybe.
Getting Tenpai here would not be too bad. The scores are still rather close. It's been really back and forth in this game.
This Dora
but
Anko
now we got Dora Anko for the dealer, yes. And so now that 4 pin's going to become the pair. And now it's just a matter of... Oh, that could change things up with that 6, 7, 8, 9, perhaps.
Yeah, you'll probably drop the 6-8 mon here, which will get called.
Okay. E-Shanten for a pretty big hand here.
Alfred is now maybe potentially be able to get into a Peiko, but you would sacrifice a bit of efficiency here. But they're willing to take it, temporarily. So we're just gonna have to see. Oh, that's insane fill.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't think you Rishi this, but let's see what they're gonna go on. The most likely is they're gonna Rishi on 3 for Nakasuji, or just gonna Dama here.
You don't need to call Rishi on a hand like this.
It's currently Tanya Ipeiko, for 2600.
I would call Richi just to get a shot at picking up some serious Ura.
But
he might be wanting to fly under the radar here just to squeak back up above 30k and then be ready to go for all last.
Probably because he thinks it's too late in the game to reach.
Yeah, that's true as well. I forgot. This is last 2.
Oh!
Moving into Tenpai. Can't call Richi because he won't get another turn.
Doesn't matter because 7 pin's gonna get dropped here, so we'll be okay.
But
Alfred would have been Suonku Shanten at the end of the hand, which it doesn't matter, but
wow.
We'll be a 3-man Tenpai. 2 people just getting Tenpai off the last tile of their draw. And we're gonna be in South 3, Homba 1. Might be a Honitsu force here, but the shapes are quite good.
Yeah,
but your shapes are also good in your Honitsu too. We'll just cut away. Not even gonna entertain the fact of Honitsu, but they're leaving a possible Itsu chance as well, if they would like to do so.
With Dora, mind you, so that can jack this score up a little bit more.
Well, Itsu, Dora, Hatsu.
Yes.
5800. Pretty good.
I believe so. Yeah. Well, calling the greens there is gonna help with one Han, of course.
And Toyman's gonna speed it up too after that opens up.
And now Falcon.
Everyone's just speeding up. This is double dawn called. Oh, that's E-Shanten now for Alfred. He's gonna drop away from 6 first. That potentially might save him later on. If dealer gets a Tenpai.
So
we'll just drop the East too, because they don't want Yakuhai East being called by dealer.
Yeah, but there goes from Vincent's hand.
Yeah.
So
there it goes. And that's E-Shanten. Technically for Kamicha, who Matthew. I mean, if he fills the 5, he fills the 5 pin. He gets Sanshoku.
Yeah, that could be pretty big. Vincent, though, is going to give up Dora on this hand. Doesn't need much to get to first. But that Dora is going to fit in pretty nicely in Alfred's hand there, across.
Yeah.
He picks up the 7 to fill. He's going to call the pawn there. It's Tenpai now. 2 and 5 mon. He can only see a pair of those, 2 and 5, on the board.
That's also Tenpai there for double dawn.
Tenpai for
1-3 Shabo. 1 pin looking pretty cheap. It's probably going to come out from almost everyone on this table.
I mean, it looks really safe with all the 2s dropped from Tech Bro there, from Minko.
Yeah. Probably there's no reason for anyone to stop here. Oh,
there's the 1 pin, and there it goes.
Yeah.
Vincent picking up a good amount of points, not a whole lot, but just enough to get in the lead as we head into all last South 4.
That's actually a really good sumo.
Very good sumo. That's a great way to catch up, and look at this hand now. He might be able to get a little bit more distance here on this one. Already an Anko of Norths, that's not Yakuhai, but you also have now a pair of the 4 pin, and a lot of possibilities here. It's not totally together yet, but there's some hope here, I think.
Yeah, this is going to be quite rough for dealer. because I mean you can't fold yet because you don't have enough points to afford a fold.
Yeah.
Now you have to be worried about the push from Toyman, but I mean they currently don't have any value at all. They don't even have Dora, so you're gonna be stuck holding a Dora as well as dealer because that's one of their potential winning comebacks. You also don't want Dora to get pwned. Meanwhile, Alfred on the right is currently just pushing for probably a Dama Pinfu, most likely, or that's Menton Pin probably. Might just Dama and try to hit someone, but it might just be a Ricci too. It's gonna be Ishanten now, or two Shanten now. Or technically Ishanten for just Pinfu.
Looks like Minko might be working on Pinfu, perhaps?
Minko
maybe
is
not.
just,
These pairs are starting to come up.
Yeah, Minko is just working with what they have. And
Right.
It's gonna take a while before anyone gets Tenpai, honestly. A dealer elected to drop Dora. We'll let it get past. So it will pass, so we're gonna see how this goes.
Another 6 picked up from Minko.
We'll get slightly punished for dropping away from the Dora.
Yes.
And we'll be a Driso kind of way. A potential Toy now. To come back. So
well, we have Tenpai now for the dealer, waiting on 6 pin. Kanchan waits.
6 pin. There is no Yaku.
That's true. The Norths are not Yaku High once again.
6 pins are being held by Toyman right now.
Yeah.
That's Tenpai for Alfred. Does he? I don't think he'll reach here, but we'll have to see here.
You could cook this up for more value, and that's kind of what he needs right now.
See, he's gonna temporary Dama. I think he will reach you once he gets Tanya here.
But it's a sumo for the dealer, and that counts as the Yaku, so that'll be pushing him further into the lead, now breaking 40k.
Yeah. Sorry, could you hover over the middle real quick so I don't have to do the math?
The middle coming right up. Here you go. So we've got he's now 4,500 ahead of second place. Still well within striking distance of Matthew here. So with this hand though, take a look at this for the dealer. He could easily lengthen things up now with this.
So currently, first of all, Vincent can now fold completely. They can just completely fold now. And not have to force you to take a Tenpai here anymore.
Doesn't have to,
but they are in danger of a 1,000, 2,000 sumo from Toyman. I mean, they also just need 3,900 or 2,300 direct. 46, yep, 4,600 is enough.
Yeah. So you're saying Vincent goes and plays defense instead here?
He probably will just be forcing Chinitsu and just bail once Chinitsu doesn't happen. But this
makes things interesting.
I mean, he's gonna drop away from the Yakuhai most likely, like Yakuhai of value of the Toyman.
That's not his wind. So
yeah,
he's
so. I think they're gonna
could be a fill-in for Honitsu.
It just happens too that the hand that is worth the most is not the hand that's worth, like the tiles that in your hand are all like Monzu, and there's a good amount of Monzu that's been dropped by Toyman.
That's true.
If they cheat at
alright, now it's Tenpai.
They're just basically securing second here. It's a secure second play.
Yeah.
If you give up playing the game,
that won't quite catch up unless you get a 3 and you can shift that sequence over, but you're not going to need that. Gonna go with Haku to finish this one out. Matthew picking up 1,400 points, heading out the door. And that's the last move of this game.
Yeah.
Vincent taking home the win this time, 24.7. Matthew, again, securing second. A very respectable 12 points added. And we have feeding, I get my list back up here. Alfred getting third, losing 11.6 points. And Minko losing 25. And the standings are updated on your screen. Vincent, that'll be a commanding lead now in A1, with the other 3 dropping into, well, okay, so it's technically demotion zone, but as you can see, half the players have not played yet, so
yeah,
it's really not showing.
Most likely, it's just
Alfred.
Yeah. He's the only one in demotion zone at the moment. Minko and Matthew are probably just in the middle of the pack like everyone else.
Yeah.
Matthew basically did not play this session at all, and Minko, is slightly under for this session.
Look at that. That is almost perfectly even, getting a first, second, third, and fourth place there. Let's go to the standings full screen now. Which these are stats from spring 2023. Of course, we don't have stats from this season just yet that would really be of use. But yeah, quite a season so far. I mean, it's interesting. You see 3 players starting on the positives here, 5 in the negative, and well, kind of ranging the gamut there. Of course, you got Matthew almost at 0 technically. And the others, it's been kind of rough for some people, is the thing I'm kind of hinting at here.
Yeah, I mean, overall, Vincent had really solid play.
Absolutely.
Obviously, he sumoed quite a bit, and sumoing does help when you are in Ricci. Meanwhile, Matthew was doing some things once in a while. I think he's just like I think when he's behind, he feels a bit more pressure to push a bit. And then that's why he feels like he's dirtling sometimes. But then when he's in when he's ahead, he has like a really commanding like style. So he often just plays really well when ahead, but he struggles a bit when behind. Something I struggle with too.
Oh, but same here.
Minko as well. No stats because obviously Minko was on hiatus last season. But currently minus 13.4. Minko did not play that bad, and pretty surprising she's only minus 13. After not taking a single first, 2 seconds, 1 third, and 1 fourth. Yeah. So even her fourth was just a really small fourth.
Oh yeah.
Didn't really affect Minko too much, and obviously those seconds does help.
And she's at the bottom of the screen, but by no means is she out of contention here. We should really stress that.
Alfred here, I think Alfred pushed some hands that should be pushed in the first 2 games, but today. Alfred was just down bad in luck.
He could have been feeling, like you said, he could have been feeling the pressure as well. You get these hands like, ooh, this ain't the best hand to push, but I kind of got to do something here.
So Alfred today played insanely well.
I think so. Yes.
Alfred just popped into our Twitch chat. He said 3 hours of sleep yesterday.
Oh.
Wait, so he had 3 hours of sleep, today, so as in today, or yesterday, as in
probably
yesterday.
That's probably what he's running on 3 hours of sleep. I mean, either way, that's been there, man.
But today, overall, he had much better gameplay.
Oh yeah,
he kept folding on the perfect tile every single time, and I was like, oh, what a legend. So.
I mean, that's and again, this is just the first season here. The first session here of this new season. He could theoretically come back with a game like Vincent had today, putting 4 wins like that, and what do you know? Right back in the positives. It can happen. It can happen to you. It can happen to anybody here.
Yep. And just want to say, congratulations to Vinny for your dealer Kokushi Sumo.
Oh yes, that happened earlier this.
Yeah, that happened earlier while we were casting some other games. But congratulations.
Oh wait, that happened tonight?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh dang, we might wanna pull that up on the logs here. Was that in game 3? You said
game 3.
There's nothing else going on right now, so let's pull that up and see how that went down. Let's take a look here. I'm pulling double duty right now, so bear with me.
We are not ending the stream yet. No.
Yeah, stick around for a little bit while we pull this up. It's in the logs, right? I can just... No, those are my logs.
I can DM you the link, probably.
If you can do that, yes. I'm not the most versed on Tenno here. I'll just say that. But hey, while we're waiting, if you love this action, be sure to give us a follow here. Click that heart at the bottom of this window. Again, this is just the start of the summer season, and we've got way more where that came from. So definitely follow us, keep up with us. You can keep up with our VODs on YouTube, tinyurl/ARMLYT. You can find more about us and sign up for our Fall League is now open at AmericanReachy.org. You can also follow us on Twitter at AmericanReachy. And of course, it's summertime. The heat is on. Guess while we're waiting here, I'll go ahead and plug that here at Oklahoma Mahjong, we will be at Tokyo OK coming up. So those of you Mahjong fans in the Oklahoma area, be sure to come out and see us. We'll be at that convention. More information on our Instagram, which is OK Mahjong.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and I'll probably post a few shout-outs for
okay, I've got your log now.
Few tournaments. There's currently William or Kujiro's tournament for the 2023 Whale Suburb Minor. It's one of his like $2 entry cost to play on Ritchie City. Or something.
Yes.
It's ARML plus Red 5s. I think Vancouver Open is closed, but then Chicago Open has finally announced their rule set. They'll be playing a modified Red 5 rule set on 3010 UMA, with a few other modifications. And there should be also one more tournament. It should be, I believe it's Toronto Open in late August. So go check those out if you are interested.
Okay.
And if you pull up the...
Here we go. Yeah, so it's South 4.
South 4? What the?
Yeah, so you can see here, it looks like it's in South 4 and D, our dealer, of course. Let's get centered on that.
I believe you need to swap off... Okay, wait, never mind, you're good.
Everything okay? Yes.
Yeah,
so this...
I don't have it on my Discord stream.
Are you not... Oh, hang on, I should probably go back here. That's strange. Okay, let me just...
Oh, there you go, I see it.
You can see it? Okay, yes, here we are. So,
wait, how
Nissan...
many from Kokushi is him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9.
He's at the bare minimum to start going. Okay, let's just speed us through it.
9 Kokushi. All right, so here we go. I'm on the wrong window here. Okay, so... Oop, wrong one. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to go through here.
He's dealer, and
he's dealer, and... First few draws, nothing real happening here. Then he picks up the green. Yeah, he threw away an Anko. He's committing to this, it looks like, or at least to a Junchan of some sort. Maybe. No, the 8 doesn't say that. But now...
He just hard commits?
Yeah, now he's committing to it.
What a madman.
Wow. Okay. So we keep going along here. Picks up another Chun.
Whatever.
Decides to keep going towards it, though. You have an option now. Picks up South. That's progress. There goes 6-0. Now picks up White.
Wait, what?
Immediately more progress. This is insane.
Wait,
now he's Tenpai. He's Tenpai now. Needs that one Mon. Where's it gonna come out? 2. That's close.
I mean, this is so... 2 1-Mons are out.
Draws a North. Gonna put that back.
I'm surprised he doesn't drop the 1-So, but...
There it is! 1-So, 1 Mon, rather. And there you go. 13 orphans.
The 10th turn sumoed on Kokushi.
10 turns. There's your final board state right there. Wow. That explains the 96 points he's taken with him to the end of this session.
Yeah. I mean...
So...
Glad everyone is like... Wow. And then imagine just going, like, negative points because someone just Kokushi sumoed on you as dealer.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see this thing. I mean, that's definitely great momentum, I'll just say, as someone who also did a Kokushi Roan in the first game of not this last session, but the one before. It's just... You feel like on top of the world, like, yes, this is going to be my season.
Yeah, so, congratulations, Vinny, on your
Absolutely.
Sumo. have not sumoed Yakuman in ARML before.
Yeah.
Actually, have I? No, I've sumoed Yakuman before.
I've only roamed it here in League.
I think I Kokishi sumoed, but it was Kokishi sumo as non-dealer though.
Yeah. Of course, my claim to fame is being at the table where the first Yakuman and ARML happened, where it was a sumo Daisangen.
Yeah. So overall, congratulations.
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations. Hopefully many more to come as we get started with this season. But that'll be it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. And stay cool out there. A lot of places around the country having a heat wave right now. So stay cool, and we'll be with you with even more Mahjong action. Our regular Wednesday night broadcast, of course, happening tomorrow night. And a whole lot more to come here.
Yeah, tomorrow's stream should be happening 5 p.m.
Absolutely.
Should be happening tomorrow at 5, and should be featuring most likely our A2 matchup with Peter, John, Ada, and Steve. Steve being the Richinomi champion of this year.
That's right.
But once again, please follow us at American Richie, and signups are open for the current autumn or fall season at AmericanRichie.org, and there's also the IORMC signups if you were interested in representing America,
where we call it fall,
where we have been placing really well the past few years.
That's true.
So if you want to be part of our legacy as the American Richie Mahjong team, you can go check out our site, and all our VODs are uploaded on tinyurl.com/ARLYT on our YouTube channel. So check those out if you want to look at any of your games, if we perhaps casted your games, and we'll catch you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yep. For Stanley and myself, Blaine Singletary, have a good night.